I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July, Monday, 2 weeks ago. Kevin Durant sure did as he signed with the Golden State Warriors. Yes, the team that came back beating Durant's former team, the Thunder, in the Western Conference Finals. Despite the Thunder being 3-1, close to getting to the finals, but didn't happen. Now the Warriors are a super team featuring Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Oh, snap. Here they are. There they are. The big four featuring Andre Iguodala on the left side at the top. I guess you could say Kevin Durant did the easy way, joined the bandwagon. He couldn't beat the Warriors, so he figured he joined them. I was surprised he went to the Warriors. At the same time, was not. I was surprised he left the Thunder. At the same time, not so much. So I had mixed feelings about this. Kevin Durant, as a free agent, had every right to go to wherever he wanted to. But going to the Warriors, the same team that came back and beat his Thunder team in the Western Conference Finals, when the Thunder again had the 3-1 lead, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, the Warriors can win without him. They did that in 2015. I think Durant could have gone anywhere else. People say he could have gone to the Celtics. I knew he wasn't going there because he would have to get past LeBron in the same conference. And the Celtics wouldn't have been good enough to get past Cleveland. Although the Celtics have Isaiah Thomas, Al Horford, Avery Bradley, and Jay Crowder, etc. I couldn't see him going to the Spurs since they already have Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge. He could have teamed up with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan on the Clippers. There's a reason why Thunder fans burned his OKC jerseys, wondering why on earth he would do that. OKC fans were obviously like, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, why? Why would you leave us for the team that came back and defeated us in the Western Conference Finals? You're getting your jersey burned for sure. I hate you, KD. I hate you. I hate you. He has pretty much gone from the most respected to the most hated player, just like LeBron, during his tenure with the Heat. All the NBA teams except the Warriors are going to boo him, just like LeBron's first year in Miami. 29 out of the 30 teams except the Heat booed LeBron. Now people are calling Kevin Durant a biatch, traitor, weak, a pussy, saying, screw you, KD. You took the pussy biatch way out. Heck, they even went far hoping he tears his ACL on the season opener. Hope he loses a leg. Well, geez, people, I understand you're upset, but just like death, you're wishing injuries on him? They act like he burned down their homes to the ground. Like they want to crucify him by putting Durant on the cross. What the heck? Heck, I heard Kevin Durant could even leave his home for the past couple of days because he had a feeling that when his decision was made, it was going to be a disaster for him. So he figured he just stay put and let it die down. I mean, who's to say what would have happened? He probably could have went outside and all of a sudden a mob of OKC Thunder fans probably would be marching down the street coming to torch his ass, showing him a demonstration of how they feel about his decision leaving OKC for the Warriors. Hey, for all we know, somebody could have went outside, saw KD, and probably tried to throw a bicycle at him. I mean, damn. You guys act like he's a murderer, like he committed a crime. Like I said, I understand you guys getting upset and burning his jersey, but geez, OP. Of course, people have compared this to what LeBron did 6 years ago in 2010. Personally, it's a bit different. LeBron wasn't winning anything in his first stint in Cleveland, so he figured he goes to the Heat, teaming up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to build around as a team to win it all. I really don't think people had a problem with LeBron going to the Heat. It was more about him doing the decision crap, where he pretty much wasted people's time seeing what will LeBron do next on TV. I mean, millions of people wasted their time watching his decision. There's a reason why Cavaliers fans burned his jerseys, because they felt like LeBron's decision was a spit right in their face due to struggling his first 7 seasons with the Cavaliers. And I know the decision was for charity and all that. I get that. But come on. LeBron could have done something else for charity. I'm sure LeBron regrets and is sorry for doing the decision, plus learned his lesson. Kevin Durant in OKC, he had pieces around him, like Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, who's now in Orlando, Enes Kanter, Steven Adams, Andre Robertson, who's a good defender. They just brought in Victor Oladipo and Ersan Ilyasova from the Magic for Serge Ibaka. Not to mention they got that rookie Domantas Sabonis, the son of former player and Portland Trailblazer Arvydas Sabonis. The Thunder even asked Durant if he said he liked the trade, since him and Oladipo are good buddies. And he said yes, he did like the trade. I feel bad for Victor Oladipo. I'm sure he was excited that he would be playing with both Durant and Westbrook. Now his buddy Durant left him with Westbrook and OKC. Oladipo probably like, KD is leaving OKC? But we were supposed to be playing together. Why, KD? Why? Regardless of the Orlando trade, Durant still bounced. So something must have happened in the Thunder office that made him leave. Maybe he felt like, yeah, it's a good trade, but it's still not enough. I'm still afraid we won't win a championship with the squad. Stephen A. Smith, who is so freaking funny and keeps it real by telling the truth, thought KD made a weak move going to the Warriors. NBA legends like Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, never thought about doing this during their prime of their careers. Larry Bird even said he never thought of joining Magic Johnson back in the 80s. Even Adam Silver doesn't approve the super teams. What pissed me off was some of these younger so-called analysts disrespecting Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller, especially on ESPN Sports Nation with Michelle Beadle, Max Kellerman, and Marcellus Wiley. They start off the topic titled Grumpy Old Man. Yeah, considering Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller that. Talking about haters gonna hate. That's very disrespectful considering them old man because you're younger than them. Also, they're not hating. They're just stating their opinion. Then Max Kellerman saying Barkley did the same thing when the Suns traded him to the Rockets. First of all, Max, Barkley was past his prime when he arrived in Houston. So was Clyde Drexler. And as for Hakeem Olajuwon, he was still in his prime during the 96-97 season. But after that, he was definitely past his prime. So unfortunately, Barkley still couldn't get a ring. Charles Barkley's talking about players who are going to super teams in their primes. Not past their primes like Charles Barkley was. This dude act like Charles Barkley was still in his prime in Houston. No, he wasn't. Plus, when he went to the Phoenix Suns, they didn't have a superstar team. It was just him, the main man, the superstar, and he did have Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson was an all-star before injuries, but all the other guys weren't superstars. Danny Ainge and Dan Marley and all those other guys were not superstars. They were good role players that was surrounded by Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson. So he got all that twisted. Then Michelle's blondie ass questioning Barkley. How does he not remember that? First of all, Michelle, Barkley does remember because he mentioned it on the Mike and Mike show when Barkley knew by the time he arrived in Houston he was past his prime and he really didn't want to leave the Suns. She obviously doesn't know since Sports Nation didn't play the whole thing. Barkley said, I bet they did it on purpose to get on him. Then the three of them made fun of Barkley using the word gravy because he mentioned Gravy Train. Ha ha ha, you guys are so funny. Shut up. Some other analysts on First Take making fun of him for the same thing. It's like, have some respect for Charles Barkley and the other legends. Just because you're younger than them doesn't mean you have the right to disown them. Like, who at ESPN are hiring these clowns? They don't know what they're talking about. So forget Michelle Beadle, forget you, Max, definitely, and forget you, Marcellus Wiley, and forget all the other analysts who want to disrespect the legends. I mean, my goodness. I blame some, not all, but some of the fans and social media thinking that if you don't win a championship, you're a loser, plus tarnishing your career and legacy. If Kevin Durant retired today, he would be a Hall of Famer. If LeBron didn't win championships and also retired today, he would still be a Hall of Famer. It's bad enough people talk about how great the legends, but brings up that one little thing about not winning a ring, putting a dark, rainy cloud over their heads. That's like a softball coach telling the kids, hey, if you don't win this softball tournament, we're all going to be considered losers by everyone, especially your parents. Who in their right mind would say that? All you're doing is pressuring them, making them feel bad about themselves, and causing them to lose their confidence and having low self esteem. You're supposed to be motivating them, not making them crap their pants. Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, and others who are ringless are not losers. They are winners nonetheless. Well, at least Kevin Durant's Sonics rookie season jersey didn't get burned. So, heck, I'm surprised Rocket fans haven't burned down Dwight Howard's jerseys. What's up with that? Look what happened to Dwight in Houston. I heard him and James Harden weren't getting along. He pretty much wasted Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale's time trying to help him out with his offensive game. He ain't done nothing. He's still inconsistent as hell, and his offensive game hasn't got any better. And now look at him. He on his fourth team with the Atlanta Hawks. Hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, good luck in Atlanta, Dwight. He back in Georgia. 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 I'm really not a fan of all these superstar teams in today's NBA, but hey, he's a Warrior now. I mean, obviously the Cavs and the Warriors are going to be in the finals again for the third time, where it's going to be big ratings as usual. It's like, what is this, a reality show? All about big ratings this, big ratings that. Yeah, well, this is too much. I bet everyone's going to be playing the Warriors on NBA 2K17. I mean, it's no surprise. All right, that's it. See ya.